Here from Mullet Arena. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Alongside Lachlan McTagg, I'm Hirson Hassan. Thanks for tuning in to this broadcast right here from Tempe. The first of 3 games between these two sides from now until Sunday. Lachlan, a big game for ASU. 7-5, 1-1 this season, but they're back home for the 3rd time this season.
Yeah, just 2 games in that fall semester, one of which being at Mullet Arena, and both coming against the University of Arizona Wildcats. So a bit of a different look here at home for the fans, different look for the Sun Devils as well. And despite that 7-5, 1-1 record, they rank 8th in the country. They've had one of the most difficult schedules out of anyone in the entirety of the ACHA, men's and women's, across several divisions. So certainly looking forward to some home cooking and a lot more home games on the schedule here in the spring as well.
Lake Superior State comes in 8-6, the farthest west they have ever traveled in their history as a Division I program. What can we expect out of them today?
Well, you just hope that they don't come out too tired, right? And you hope that they're maybe not jet lagged. It's only a 2-hour time change from northern Michigan, but they're looking for a fast start, looking to establish themselves early. Both these teams, this is their first game since the winter break, first game of the spring semester. So looking to kind of shake off the cobwebs, get the nerves out a little bit, get yourself involved in the game early, get some touches, feel the body contact a little bit, get yourself involved in this series early on.
Shaking off the cobwebs on this Friday afternoon, Arizona State and Lake Superior State here from Mullet Arena. Arizona State, like we mentioned, only their 3rd home game of this 2025-26 season. They're back home for a massive hope stand. With more on that, we send it now to Tyler Wargo, the 3rd member of our broadcast team. Tyler.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a choppy schedule. They haven't been playing any hockey since before the break, but when they were playing, they didn't sweep GCU, so they have a lot of confidence going into this game. But of course, new year, not only a new year, but also they got to get themselves back on track. A lot of traveling, a lot of being away from the Valley, but they're finally back here in the Valley, and we got a player to keep an eye out on. That's gonna be Kylie Brown. Kylie Brown having 6 goals. She's looking to maybe add another goal today to start her year. Now, for the Sun Devils right now, they're looking to improve on their record, but as for Lake Superior, they didn't just come down here to lose. They came down for a fight. Back to you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting so far. Arizona State in State 48 for the rest of the 2025-26 regular season. Hirson Hassan, Lachlan McTagg here from you from Tempe. When we come back, we'll give you a puck drop right here on Inferno TV. Back here from Mullet Arena in Tempe, just moments away from Lake Superior State against Arizona State. The first all-time meeting between these two sides, 2 teams that have gone to the Nationals multiple times. For Arizona State at the Division I level, Lake Superior State at the Division II level before making the jump up 1 division before the 2022-23 season. Hirson Hassan, Lachlan McTagg back with you from Tempe as we take a look at the starting goaltenders for today's matchup. It's a battle of the seniors, Lachlan, between Asia Kachuk of Lake Superior State and Quinn Eatinger of ASU.
Yeah, and similar numbers for the two of them. Quinn Eatinger has been a staple of this program, the senior from Chicago, Illinois. 5-2-1 on the season with a .939 save percentage as well. A goals against average around 175 as well. Similar goals against for both of these goaltenders. Kachuk giving up 15, 243 GAA. 909 save percentage as well. She's 4-2 in 7 games played this season. So a very even matchup between the pipes here this afternoon at Mullet Mahir.
Both teams, or both goaltenders in that regards, kind of leading the charge in ways. Quinn Eatinger, 8 games played. Mike Glaser, the freshman from Sarnia, Ontario, right behind at 7. And then Asia Kachuk, one of 4 goaltenders for the Lakers. And they have multiple options. Lainey Pasemko, we heard, is not playing in this series, so Kaylee Lang or Audrey Pearson might get some starts as the series goes along. Both teams on the ice right now for Arizona State. Kylie Brown, Kylie Laybolt, and Sam Murphy start up top. Hannah Coons and Ruby DeLiz are your defensemen. Back for Watcha in 2026 as we're underway from Mullet Arena. Picked up by Arizona State. Nearly a collision between Murphy and Laybolt as the Lakers will get full control of this one before Arizona State tries to attack the other way with Brown going down to Murphy. Can't get a stick on the puck. Picked up by Brown over towards Coons, leading the charge now past the point. And couldn't find an outlet pass as she wanted it. Cleared away down the side. Sun Devils getting some possession early enough in this one. No shots so far as we're just a little bit past the 50-second mark here from Mullet as it's fed down low. Nearly a chance. Taylor Biermeyer trying to set that one up. It's reset out towards Kate Streak and out towards Mara Draper, the right defenseman, playing it right towards net. And it's collected by Tkachuk. Nearly a chance, a little bit of traffic, but the Lake Superior State goaltender's there.
Yeah, and that was all created off the forechecking pressure from the Sun Devils. They were in the midst of a line change, and Lake Superior State had a chance to break out, move the puck cross ice, but they were unable to, and that created that chance. Sun Devils go low to high, D to D, get a shot on net, and get a good opportunity out of it.
And a face-off win from the circle, first one of the day. Down the side, both teams trying to fight for it. Streak gets a touch to it. Now fighting on the boards, helping around. It's Devaney. Devaney feeding it down, nearly had a chance to get towards Paige Ring, and she taps it right back towards Lake Superior State, going the other way. It's Josephine Vance taking it into the attacking territory right off the face of Draper. Vance continues to pressure, but the Sun Devil defense is there. Sun Devils going the other way now. Biermeyer from Whitehorse, Yukon, taking it down. Both teams trying to test each other out so far. This is the first all-time meeting between both sides, Lachlan, and it's almost like a chess match right now.
Well, especially, too, with the long layoffs that we talked about in the open, right? You're just trying to get involved in the game. There's going to be some little brain farts here and there with the play in your own end, but you just got to work through that and try not to concede too early for both teams.
Sun Devils getting close towards the point as miscarriage by Mia Jarvis will bring the Sun Devils back into the neutral zone. Pressure coming in from Chloe Baima as it spins out towards Kelsey Olsen, playing it forward towards Sophie Sears. Sears whisked this around the board. 17-25, no score between either side right now. Played up towards the middle, nearly a chance there for Liv Lavelle, and here comes Lake Superior State the other way. A 2-on-2 right now, fed down. Kaylee Erickson taking this forward. Trying to go for a wraparound, losing control of the puck. Lavelle is there for ASU. Still up for grabs, now collected by Erickson. Played to the middle, picked off by Arizona State. Sophia Sears made her impact early and often for the Sun Devils, trying to meander her way towards the left wing and loses control once again. Puck back to Edinger, just taps it away. Only one shot for either side so far. It was intended for Biermeyer, but the puck went right towards Asia Tkachuk, who made the save. Sun Devils having most of the possession right now in the attacking territory. Picked up by Coons, and now sent back again. And here comes Lake Superior State. Sarah Lamb taking this forward. The Lakers leader in the assist, Lamb, with 2 power play goals as well, tied with Sophie Gibbs. Scooped up again. Lamb trying to slalom her way through 1-on-4. She'll continue driving at the puck. Getting close to their Brooke Brazo as it's played out and played back and towards the neutral zone. Chance here for a break here with Kylie Leibold. Leibold sprawling to get the puck. Can't get a chance to it, but either way, a whistle blows.
It looks like a penalty is coming to Darcy Cook, the defenseman there. Was caught a little flat-footed in the neutral zone, and boy, the speed of Kylie Leibold on full display. Move your feet, good things are going to happen, and Sun Devils get a power play out of it.
Pressure coming from the Sun Devils early and often, starting off the second half of the 2025-26 season. Lindsay Ellis described this stretch as one that can set the Sun Devils up well for nationals because they're playing at home and they have a comfortable competition schedule. Trying to break first against the Lakers on this Friday afternoon. Draper out on the middle, sent down low, trying to move around. Murphy can't get it to it, neither can Biermeyer. Both of them pressuring at the corner. Back out it goes. Shot fired high and off the crossbar. Nearly a rocket by Kylie Brown, now the leader in power play goals for Lindsay Ellis' side. Brown, Draper off of Tkachuk's right board. Ring down the middle. More traffic for the Sun Devils, no score yet to show for it. Draper again, controlling at the point, out towards the left wing. Ring steps up, fires, and caught by Tkachuk, glove side.
Boy, great movement from this Sun Devil power play, specifically from the half wall back up to the top of the point with Mara Draper. Draper had a wide open lane in the middle of the net. That was the first shot on this power play, and they got bodies towards the front of the goal, but Tkachuk up to the task. Boy, heck of a shot from Kylie Brown as well. Going to hear her name a lot. She's got 5 power play goals on the season, 5 of her 6 goals coming on the power play.
Nearly getting it towards Paige Bryan's Sun Devils. Kate Streak, the sports journalism major, will collect it in the neutral zone. Sun Devils still on the power play, 1:05 remaining in that. Streak gets away from it again, sends it out towards Devaney. Devaney over towards Leibold, who drew the penalty in the first place. Streak down the middle, deflections galore, but it goes wide. Controlled again, sent out towards the right. Devaney tried to shoot it, and it's saved again by Tkachuk. 38 seconds remaining on the power play, and just sent down to the other side by Brooke Brazo.
The Lakers have been so aggressive on the half wall. The middle of the ice is wide open, especially in front of the goal for the Sun Devils.
Here comes Leibold traversing again. Doesn't go down, no penalty drawn. Here she is again on the puck. Played out, Leibold again, shot denied. Boy, the Sun Devils have put up multiple chances so far, especially from Devaney, Sears, Leibold, everybody getting a crack. 5 seconds left in the power play. Leibold sent down low, and it goes in. Kylie Leibold sets up the play. Paige Bryan puts it in the back of the net, and with 1 second remaining on the power play, the Sun Devils take advantage of the man advantage here from Mullet Arena.
You know, ASU got a ton of looks on that power play, a lot of grade A chances. That wasn't necessarily one of them, but that's just hockey sometimes. That's the one that goes in. You put it towards the net, get a stick on goal, and a deflection, and that just beats Anna Tkachuk. A ton of really good chances created, and the Sun Devils got rewarded for their hard work and their efforts on the man advantage.
Her 3rd career goal of the season for Paige Bryan. As here come the Sun Devils again. Shot taken, and it's saved. Nearly a chance for the Sun Devils. Shaylee Levesque with the chance. Here comes Lake Superior State on the other side. And that's scooped away by Ruby DeLiz, poking in the corner. Spiraled out towards Lavelle, still going for it right now. How can Lake Superior State respond? A team that's been 6-6 and playing teams in the central part of the United States. Nearly a tug as it was Evelyn Olsen trying to get forward as the puck is just sent towards Edinger. Sun Devils in full control right now. 1-0 against Lake Superior State in the first all-time meeting between both sides. First game in nearly 2 months for ASU, where they swept their crosstown rivals GCU. Heavy puck sent, but it goes out towards Kylie Brown as ASU looks for the reset. Brown pushing down the left. Now she has speed to go forward. 1-on-3, loses control of the puck. Now still going forward. Murphy poking and prodding back towards the crease, loses control again. Jarvis towards Bolin, loose stick, sends Vance back towards the bench. Leibold going forward. A chance here for ASU, 1-on-2, just in front of Biermeyer. Nearly a chance. Sun Devils not content with the 1-0 lead so far. Devaney going forward. Devaney, tight angle shot, just whisked past the crease. Over towards Bolin. Bolin sends it down low. Puck flies in the air. Chippiness on the left boards right now. Streak will send this through. Line changes for Lake Superior State, led by Matt Parker in his 5th season with the Lakers, taking this small club from Division II, went to the national stage there. This one is sent down low, right in front of net, and the Lakers put it away. Sarah Lamb with her 6th goal of the season, making the Sun Devils play, and 11:29 remaining in the first period. We're tied up at 1.
Well, that's the first really big mistake that Arizona State, I should say, has coughed up in their own end, and it's in the back of their net. Seemingly harmless, almost 1-on-4 in her own offensive zone, a shot and a rebound, and Sarah Lamb, right place, right time. It kind of banked off streak in front. Very broken play, one ASU will certainly want back.
And here comes Lamb pushing again, trying to poke and prod past Coons, but DeLiz is there to help out for ASU. This is a big game for Lake Superior State. The farthest west they have gone as a team since joining Division I in the 2022-23 season. ASU, a consistent team at the national level, currently ranked number 8. Lake Superior State, a fringe top 15 side, not in the rankings right before break, but that was over a month ago. A game win, let alone a series win against Arizona State, would change a lot of that for Matt Parker's side.
And it would change a lot as well for Lindsay Ellis's side. They can't afford to lose many more games, as they had probably one of the toughest stretches of any women's team in the first half of the season as well.
Bryan and Lavelle pushing. They can't connect with each other. Georgia Dezane getting in there, trying to fight for the Sun Devils. Can't get it off the boards. Over towards, back with Lake State. Boyko fighting along with Vance. That's one cleared away back towards Jarvis. And a backhand towards Dezane in the neutral zone. It'll just flutter this back towards Lake Superior State as Arizona State will retreat back to the defensive third. Less than 10 remaining in this first period. Sun Devils 1, Lakers 1, courtesy of a couple of forwards for both sides as the puck flies close towards the scorer's table. Out of play, face-off coming up. Sun Devils got the party started early with Paige Bryan taking advantage of the power play before just roughly a couple minutes later, it was Sarah Lamb taking advantage of Arizona State's mistake in the back. That's how we got a 1-1 game right now from Tempe. First of 3 between these two. Murphy. Draper controlling. Draper's got starts on the right wing before, mainly on the first line, has moved back towards that right defenseman position to start off 20-25-26. At the puck once again just gets stuck.
I think that went into the seats by the
That's what I was
Lake
thinking.
Superior State bench. It was kind of tough to see at first. That was a rolling puck on the backhand there. All kinds of things were happening. Kate Streak fell in front of her own net, was potentially going to get a D-to-D pass, and then a puck in the bench. I think the referees have to figure out where this face-off's going to be as well.
All right, so it's right in front of the Lake Superior State bench, so close to the scene of the crime right now. Leibold has an outlet pass. Chuck. No relation to Brady and Matthew, different spelling as well, for those wondering. As whistles called offside, seems like on ASU.
I think this might be a penalty here on Sam Murphy. She's arguing her case.
Murphy was basically just standing there in the moment.
I think she clipped the goal stick of Tkachuk, and I think they're maybe either calling an interference or they're calling a trip here. So Lake Superior State, boy, down 1 early, but now they've got a power play of their own here.
This would be a massive comeback for Matt Parker's side. Still got over 49 minutes to play in this game, but it would still be something as the Lakers go straight towards net, and it's cut away by Biermeyer, sending it right down ice. Sun Devils on the penalty kill early in this one. Up 1-0, and then giving a cheap goal away towards Sarah Lamb, her 6th goal of the season. Second on the team in points, only behind the team's leading goal scorer, Lindsay Tonello. Bryan Coons just sends it back towards the other side. 30 seconds into the power play. Bryan loses control, and here comes Lake Superior State the other way. Vance trying to get past Coons, sitting down, gets a backhand pass off, but it's picked off by Biermeyer. Nearly a nifty move if she had a bit more help.
And a good stick by Hannah Coons as well. If that puck got by her, that would have been a potential odd man rush down near the goal line. Certainly not a chance you want to give up.
Lakers back on the move. DeLiz, the freshman defenseman, loses control of it. 1-on-2. Kennedy Johnson circling around towards the near side. Johnson gets a shot off, shoveled away by Edinger. Back towards Johnson. Another save. Double save by Queen Edinger as the Devils get defensive again. .30 seconds remaining in the power play. Strake will see this right towards Edinger. She'll get control of it though. Strake right towards, seemed like that was Jersey Calder. It was intercepted, and now intercepted by Mara Draper, streaking down the other side. Here comes Draper, 5 seconds left on the power play. Sun Devils will get their first penalty kill of the day. It remains 1-1 from Mullet. Lauren Willis chasing it. Here comes the Sun Devils the other way. First time in their gold jerseys this season. We were talking earlier in the pregame, Lachlan. These jerseys look very similar to what the Las Vegas Golden Knights are wearing in the NHL. You have those maroon accents instead of the black ones.
They look pretty sharp out here, though, I will say. In pregame warm-ups, they're flying around, and as a player, they gotta feel pretty good as well. And you know what they say: look good, feel good, play good.
Another long shot coming in by Tirza Caradice. Leibold on the boards, trying to shovel it forward. It goes back towards the neutral zone. Foot race won by Devaney. Here comes Cameron Devaney going forward. Not much help, but gets it off towards Jarvis. Can't get the long shot off. Ring recollects. Almost parallel with the goal. Now going behind. No wraparound chances so far for either side. Ring pinned up. Biermeyer trying to help out too. 2-on-2 right now. Both teams deadlocked on the score sheet and trying to get the puck. Now ASU does have it. A lot of space in front. Georgia Dezane sets up. Deflected off of the left skate of Chloe Boyko. Crashing on the boards again. Devaney and Biermeyer, both of them trying to make an impact so far. 5:30 remaining in this first period. Change for the Sun Devils. Controlling right now, Kelsey Olsen. Forward and defenseman. Here comes Olsen going forward. Olsen shot. Eventually saved by Tkachuk. Couldn't get it on the first chance, but gets it on the second, sprawled out.
Good job by Lake Superior State as well to keeping the front of the net clear. So regardless of what kind of rebound pops out in front of the goal crease, no danger was on towards Asia Tkachuk, who's been up to the task so far. Just one deflection on a power play has beat her so far in this first period.
Here comes ASU again, another save. Olsen can't get the rebound. Set out again by Evelyn Olsen. Kelsey and Evelyn both trying to get the puck right now. Kelsey fails to get it. Lakers moving forward. Sent back, chasing forward. Coons clears it away. Shoveled out for Evelyn Olsen out towards Paige Bryan, the goal scorer for ASU. Nifty move around McKenna Olsen, playing it in front. Kelsey almost had it. Just couldn't get the stick. The Sun Devils have done well on those counterattacks today, drawing the first penalty with Kylie Leibold going forward. That led to the first goal of the day with Bryan before Sarah Lamb made it 1-1. That's the case right now. 4:20 remaining in the first period. Here comes ASU again. Levesque can't square it. Recollecting out on the right wing. Picked up by Draper. Draper just has to wade back over towards Levesque. Tries to backhand, goes forehand over towards Sears. Cleared back all the way back towards Edinger and net. Quick tap, and the Sun Devils keep possession rolling so far. Not too many icings in this one. Both teams with a power play chance. ASU took advantage of it. Lake Superior State did not. Nonetheless, it's 1-1. Here's Leibold. Stonewalled in defense. Quick passing. Brazo lets it go. Streak picked off. Sent in by Bima. Bima still going with the puck. And now sent back towards the neutral zone. And now picked off by Leibold for a second. And now here come the Sun Devils the other way. Charging for Jarvis, sending it near the crease. Tkachuk taps it away. Calder. Tessa Deal skipping this forward. Claire Bolin with the stick to it. Taylor Biermeyer fighting right now. Biermeyer topples to ground. Kylie Brown will continue going forward. Edinger goes back towards the net. A delayed penalty coming up for Arizona State. As the puck flutters back towards the neutral zone, Bolin will get control of it. Biermeyer, 2-on-2, tap back towards Murphy. Sam Murphy can't get her shot off. Brown fires this across ice. Nearly a chance from a tight angle for ASU as the Sun Devils give it up, and now the penalty will come in.
That was a great play by Taylor Biermeyer on the near side across the offensive blue line for the Sun Devils. She just banked this puck past the defender, and it's Darcy Cook who's going to go for a penalty. She tried to go for the puck and whack it away, but it was a bouncing puck, hopped over her stick, and she sweeped the feet of Biermeyer, and that's going to get called 9.8 times out of 10, in my opinion. So the Sun Devils have another chance here on the man advantage.
Darcy Cook in the box for the second time today, up to 26 penalty minutes in the 2025-26 season. Sun Devils 1 for 1 today on the power play. Down low to Murphy. Can't get the pass she wanted. Circled out towards Brown. Brown to Draper. Draper over to Ring. Far left wing. Sends it down. Nearly a chance. Brown tried to kick it to herself. Didn't work out well. Ring, take two. Picked off. Now a chance for a play. Murphy comes away with it. Murphy sending it right into the crease. Deflections happening once again. Sent out towards Ring. Ring controls. Puck fired high into the mesh. Might have been deflected.
Yeah, it looked like off the stick of Kennedy Johnson there for the Lakers. And a clear adjustment here, second time around on the penalty kill, as the Lakers let a lot of really good chances come from the top of the point of the Sun Devils, and they've shifted from a box to more of a diamond formation to kind of counter some of those chances, specifically from the top of that umbrella power play.
1:10 remaining in said power play. Devaney controlling Bryan, nearly another touch and nearly another goal. Sears controls, gets a Lake Superior player off her back. Now sent down low, knocked away by Tkachuk. Out towards Leibold, 50 seconds remaining. Streak, nearly gives it up. As this one goes back, Edinger ready. Streak will be the one to get it. Line changes for both sides, 50 seconds remaining in this first period. About a 12-second difference between the power play clock and the game clock. 1-1 right now from Tempe. Bryan, 2-on-3. Taps it back. Devaney with a chance. One of the newcomers towards Bryan. Still in front. Sears can't get full control of it. Leibold gets it into the middle. Devaney also denied. Take three, maybe 10 seconds left in the power play. Leibold towards Sears, trying to control it. Tkachuk sprawling. Sears still trying to get a chance, and Tkachuk on her backside will stop the play. Man, a lot of chances for ASU.
Boy, tons of action. Sophie Sears could almost have 2 goals on that play. Paige Bryan could have had 2 goals on that shift alone. I mean, boy, grade A chance after grade A chance. A couple great blocks in front as well. But the Sun Devils, that all started off that really good zone entry. They moved the puck wide to Devaney, and Devaney didn't panic with the puck along the far half wall. She skated it in and set up the power play, and good things happened from there.
Maybe one more chance for either side. Picked up by Lavelle. Lavelle towards Lamb. Lavelle another chance. Puck sprawling, 1 second left. Shot by DeLiz, nowhere close to net. So that will do it from a back and forth first period from Mullet Arena, where Arizona State is currently tied 1-1 with Lake Superior State. A goal for Paige Bryan on the power play, followed roughly 2 minutes later by Sarah Lamb, getting her 6th goal of the season. Man, has it been back and forth so far? It's kind of what you expect for two teams coming out of the break, though, Lachlan.
Yeah, no kidding. And mistakes on both sides, you expected that, but a lot of high-flying action. The Sun Devils really imposed their will on the forecheck. I liked a lot of what they did there. And for Lake Superior State on the other side, I mean, they were very opportunistic. They got one really good chance in on goal on Quinn Eatinger, and they made it count. And that's what you need to do against a team like Arizona State. You're maybe not going to get the most chances that you'd like in a hockey game, specifically with how that first period has gone. Arizona State dominating the possession in the Lake Superior end, but boy, if you're the Lakers, you get your chance, you capitalize. You got to feel good about being either tied or ahead after the first period here.
15 shots for the Maroon and Gold, 7 for the Blue and Gold visiting from Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. We're tied at 1 apiece as both teams head back to the locker room here from Mullet Arena. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, intermission, where Tyler Wargo will speak with the Arizona State Sun Devils players. Stay tuned, folks. You're listening to Arizona State Women's Hockey on Inferno TV. Back here at Mullet Arena on this Friday afternoon, me, Kirsten Haas, Lachlan McTagg in first intermission right now. Sun Devils and Lakers tied at 1. Lachlan, a close game right now. What do both sides have to do in the second period to get a little bit farther and get the lead?
I think for the Sun Devils, they've got to keep establishing their pressure, and eventually it's going to break, and eventually more goals will come. Lake Superior State's been really good with their sticks out in front of the goal specifically, and for the Lakers as well, I mean, you got to make that extra pass. They're doing well at getting the puck out of their own end and mitigating chances on goal, but they're not really creating off the rush. And by the time they're in that neutral zone and getting the puck out, their line needs to change, and all 5 players go off the ice. And then by the time they're on the ice, the Sun Devils are kind of attacking in another wave. So for Lake Superior State, kind of looking for more chances off the rush and test this Sun Devil defense. Well,
the Sun Devils got the goal that they needed early on, power play goal with 1 second remaining in the chance. It was courtesy of Paige Bryan. Tyler Wargo is standing by with her right now. Tyler.
Oh, good. All right, guys, I'm here with Paige Bryan. Paige, you had a beautiful goal in the first 8 minutes of the quarter or period. How are you going to transition from that first period on over to the second period?
I think we just kind of have to keep our momentum going. It's tied, but I feel like we can keep going.
And it's a very even game right now. It's tied 1-1, of course. Lake Superior is 8-6. You guys are 7-5. It's been quite a long time since you guys been back on the ice since break, and the last game you guys had was against GCU. You guys swept them. What was kind of the break like, and what was the transition like going into this game at Mullet?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's kind of hard getting back into it after a month off, but practices have been good and pretty high pace, and it's always fun playing in Mullet.
And last question, the new uniforms, a gold era for the women's hockey team. Do you like the jerseys? Is this your first time wearing these jerseys?
Do I like the jerseys? I love them. Yeah, this is our first time. Great way to break them in, I'd say.
Awesome. Currently 1-1. Paige, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sending it back up to you guys up there.
Alrighty, thank you, Tyler. Interesting things about Paige Bryan, too, because she's been in this lineup for a while for Arizona State, kind of playing that third line, but she gets that sort of spark that the Sun Devils need.
Yeah, and it was just a stick in front, right? She just got her stick in front of a puck, shoveled it up and over the goaltender, and that'll do the trick. And we mentioned on the broadcast as well in that power play, I mean, that was probably one of the weaker looks on goal that they got, that entire man advantage. But that's the one that went in. And Arizona State, you just got to keep being very opportune around the goal, and things will come. You can't get frustrated in a game like this, because when you get frustrated and all of a sudden the Lakers could have a chance on goal, goes in the back of your net, then you could potentially be in trouble later in this game.
A big momentum game for both sides, Arizona State and Lake Superior State. First game out of the break, as Paige mentioned, but so far both teams are trying to start off 2026 with a good sign right now. Arizona State out on the rink right now. Lake Superior State will follow as well, with Arizona State still in the huddle. Going back to that point too, Lachlan, with the start of this whole stretch for Arizona State, an 8-game homestand, You've got Utah, Colorado, Lindenwood, GCU coming to town. What would this win be like for them?
It's just a good way to kick off the new year. I know we're about almost 20 days into it, just over, right? Like, it's all about just getting the ball rolling. This was meant to be kind of the easier portion of their schedule, and to get it started with a win is huge because they got to get all the momentum possible into another national tournament. Top 10 team in the country right now. Just got to get the ball rolling somewhere after a month off.
15 shots for Arizona State, 7 for Lake Superior State in that first period, as the Sun Devils and Lakers are taking the ice right now. Leibold, Coons, Murphy, and many others also in that mix. A little bit of a different look for Lake Superior as both teams get ready for the start of the second period. 20 minutes down, 40 minutes to go. We're back underway in Tempe. Both teams playing their 15th game of the season. Both teams trying to make nationals right now. They both are in a decent place to do so. Arizona State currently an independent, so they're going to have to do a little bit more work than Lake Superior State, currently in the CCWHA, 6-6, 2-0 and out of conference plays. Ruby DeLiz lines a shot, and it's caught by Asia Kachuk, who came up big for the Lakers in that first period, Lachlan.
Yeah, she did, and there was a lot of dangerous chances on goal, especially on those 2 power plays for ASU. They were moving and circling in the zone for almost the entirety of that 2-minute man advantage, especially that second power play chance, and she stood up to the test.
Another face-off for the Sun Devils. Taylor Biermeyer in the circle, for the maroon and gold. Draper misses the mark. Lamb chasing. Kate Streak will let this go for an icing. 19:31 remaining in the second period. Sun Devils 1, Lakers 1. 3 penalties so far in this game. 2 of them on Lake Superior State's Darcy Cook, 1 for holding, 1 for tripping. Sam Murphy also going into the box. Kind of the stalwarts you'd expect, with Murphy leading the Sun Devils in penalty minutes, as Ring's shot is denied by Kachuk. And Cook second in the line to fellow defenseman Jersey Calder. 34 penalty minutes, leading the team 4th in the CCWHA. Draper, Biermeyer, Devaney offside.
Well, long change here in the second period for both these teams. This could be a big opportunity for Arizona State to grab the lead and kind of expand on it. As saw that forechecking pressure, there were times where Lake Superior State was tired in their own zone and just barely got the puck out. And when you only get the puck out to neutral ice and you can't get a change, that's going to really start to stack up on itself as this period rolls on.
Back towards Evelyn Olsen, losing control of it, trying to take it around ice. Slapped away by McKenna Olsen, sent out towards Bolin. Biermeyer losing control again, Sun Devils. Johnson shot fired wide. Player goes down. That was Bryan. No penalty called. Right at ASU's boards. Bryan fighting for it, gaining some control. Shot fired and fluttered wide right. Chance here on the break, too, for Chloe Bima. Nearly had a chance. Good work by ASU Ruby DeLiz, firing it out towards Lavelle. Hard bounce off the boards, can't get to it as Olsen recollects. Olsen still trying to keep the puck, and Ruby DeLiz will come through for ASU, sending it on net, and Sears just pokes it wide. Trying to push forward now, Lindsay Tonello. Tonello make that behind the defense. Bima with a chance, backhanded, shoved away by Edinger. Devils trying to clear the puck. No avail yet as Tonello, already with an assist today, can't feed it towards Lamb. Puck still up for grabs. Lamb's shot doesn't get off the way she wanted to. DeLiz out towards Sears. 1-on-1 race now for Sears as line changes happen. Here comes Sears with the shot, and Tkachuk will find the puck and cradle it right now. 16:58, still 1-1 between both sides.
A great defensive stick as well, as sure that shot was meant to not just skim along the ice, and can be a bit of a double-edged sword there. I know goaltenders don't always love when defensemen stick out their stick in front of the puck. It can kind of screen them and taint their vision trying to track it off the stick, but that time it worked out. Tkachuk went down in plenty of time and was able to hold on to the rebound.
Face-off won by the Lakers. Moving to the other side. Streak comes up clutch, if you will, again for ASU. Kylie Brown getting a stick to it. One power play goal for ASU, courtesy of Paige Bryan. Not with Kylie Brown, as here comes Lake Superior State. 3-on-2 sent toward Edinger. Tried to find the puck, able to get to it, as Jersey Calder streaking from the right. Couldn't find it on target.
For Lake Superior State, it's these offensive zone draws that they're really going to have to make do on, as their bench is right there. It's an easy change, and just try and get some kind of offensive pressure going. The Sun Devils have been all over them defensively.
Here come the Lakers again, chopped in close towards the crease. Couple of bodies tumbling. That was Calder and Brazo. Here comes Brazo again, trying to sift her way through. It's knocked away by ASU. Ring giving chase to it. Darcy Cook in defense. Foot race going right towards Tkachuk's net. Puck is still up for grabs. Both teams flying towards it. And in the end, Tkachuk stops the attack. Nearly a giveaway for the Lakers. And Tkachuk once again the safety net.
Boy, that was a mad scramble there. I'm not sure how Tkachuk held on to that puck at the far post there. She was at the seat of her pants there, and I think Cook's going to get another penalty here, this time for a hook on Paige Ring. Paige Ring just stuck out, I believe, her right arm and just poked the puck towards the goal. Almost had an open net on the rebound, but her stick got popped on the opportunity. And the seat of her pants, like I said, for Tkachuk, she just grabbed that with her arm and just pulled it right back into her chest. Miraculous save there.
Well, Darcy Cook is now in the box for the third time today. First with holding, then tripping, now hooking, giving another opportunity for ASU. DeLiz's shot goes right towards Tkachuk again. Miraculous saves earlier on. This one pretty point blank with her 18th of the day.
There's a sharp angle shot as well from Kylie Brown, trying to find any kind of hole, but nothing doing on Tkachuk.
Here comes Brown looking for the puck again. She has it. Giving it off towards Sam Murphy. Murphy across the crease. Can't find Ring. Seeing out towards Draper. Controlling at the point. And another whistle blows. It seemed like the goal came off its post a little bit.
Yeah, I think it was when Paige Ring and a couple of Lakers went into the goal crease. Good look there from Sam Murphy on the near post, just trying to slide that one through the crease, almost connected with the stick of Paige Ring. Would have been a very nice power play goal for ASU. Look, we haven't really seen a lot of so far in the man advantage.
So 1:39 remaining in this power play. Ring off to Biermeyer. Trying to get around a Laker, gives it off towards Ring. Ring with a shot down low. Murphy trying to poke, and Tkachuk comes up big again for the Lakers.
Another great look there. It's just a puck battle one, and it creates a 3-on-2. That's the dangers of either turning over the puck at the blue line or losing the puck if you're the Sun Devils as well, because if the Lakers get an odd man chance off of that, then that's dangerous. But Paige Ring could have gone backdoor to Kylie Brown. She elected to either shoot or go down low to Sam Murphy. A lot of really good opportunities can be created off that one look.
Biermeyer can't find Ring. Nearly a chance shorthanded for Lake Superior, but Draper is there. Brown towards Ring. 1:13 remaining in the power play for Arizona State. Kylie Brown, who broke Kat Jones's record for power plays just against GCU, the last game ASU played, or one of the last games I should say.
She still has a half a season of power play opportunities to go. That's the craziest part.
Craziest thing is this is only her second season in the Valley. So when you take a look at that record, most power play goals in ASU history, she still has maybe two and a half seasons left. That's still pretty good, as here she is taking it into neutral ice. Now the attacking third, Kylie Brown with the shot. Rebound is denied, barely, by Tkachuk. Here comes Brown again. 20 seconds left in the power play. Bryan can't get to it. Streak collects. Streak right into the breadbasket and cleared away. Brown, Sears, controlling right now. Another penalty kill for Lake Superior State as they just send it down the ice. Edinger left hand up. Icing was not called. Devaney. Now to Sears. Non-stop action so far as here comes Lamb playing it forward. A chance in front of net. And Lake Superior State capitalizes. Lindsay Tonello, the leading goal scorer for the Lakers, shines off the shimmy. And the visitors take a 2-1 lead with 13:28 remaining in the second period.
Boy, what did I say in the intermission here? You get a chance, you got to take an opportunity. That was their first chance on Quinn Etinger, their first grade A of the period, and it's the most dangerous Laker on the ice. Lindsay Tonello, backhand shelf on Quinn Etinger. Quinn Etinger not beaten easily in any competition in her career as a Sun Devil. You have to be absolutely perfect on the backhand, and Tonello was.
Well, the Sun Devils, who had a lot of chances so far, had the lead early on, courtesy of Paige Bryan, now face their first deficit of the day. The Lakers aren't done yet. After Lamb and Tonello connected, the leading assist player and then the leading goal scorer. Kelsey Olsen off towards Taylor Biermeyer. Stonewalled for a second. DeLiz chopper sent the other way, and here comes Lake Superior on a 3-on-2. A little bit far ahead for Josephine Vance, and Coons will track back. Biermeyer. Kelsey Olsen. Coons losing control of it. Here comes Lake Superior State the other side. Knocked away by DeLiz, controlled as well. Kelsey Olsen playing it forward. Here comes Evelyn trying to get something forward, and here comes Lake Superior State, 2-on-3. And the puck will go back towards the neutral zone. Tyler Wargo has an update for us. Tyler.
Yeah, guys, this game has been up to a very hot start. I mean, the Lakers, of course, they got a goal in the last period, and then, of course, they responded just now, a couple minutes ago, in a big way. They took the lead. It's now 2-1, but, of course, the Sun Devils, they got to answer back. Of course, Paige Bryan, she says that it's been a little bit of an adjustment since coming off break, but she's excited to get back at it. But right now for the Sun Devils, they got to get back in. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Tyler. And Tyler makes a good point, too, Lachlan. The Sun Devils had many chances in that first period. Outshot the Lakers 15-7, only doing so 7-4 to start off this second frame. There's been so many opportunities, and the Sun Devils have just not come away with the chances. As here they are again in front of net. Tkachuk doesn't get the initial save, but it is picked up by Linnea Precious. Leibolt still going forward. Is this the breakthrough that Lindsay Ellis and crew need? Bolin sending down low. Tkachuk can't get a stick to it. Murphy with a chance. Kylie Brown nearly had it as well. And Brown will recollect. Bolin sent down low, flicked off by Tkachuk's stick into the mesh. Right on point.
Tkachuk again just up to the task here, and you got to think with her team being up 1 now, shockingly, in this hockey game, there's going to be a lot riding on her because the Sun Devils now are in a position where they were kind of up. They were up 1-0, but it was comfortable, right? They dominated the possession, and now all of a sudden they're in unfamiliar territory down after giving up 2 unanswered to Lake Superior State. So Kachuk's going to be a big factor here for the Lakers going forward.
Out towards the far side. Collected by Ring. Seen out towards Devaney. Devaney can't get a stick to it. A lot of work today in the back for Chloe Boyko, who's still meandering with the puck. Biscuit pressed up against the wall. Back towards Lake Superior State, approaching the 10:50 mark here from Tempe as here comes Lamb again. Already 1 goal today, loses control. A nice stick by Streak. Streak back with it. Pressured by a couple of Lakers. Murphy coming over to help out too. And Murphy will prod it away. Sam Murphy in her 105th career appearance for Arizona State. Playing it over towards Brown. She's onside. Brown going back towards Murphy right at the legs. No shot taken. A little bit too forceful by Brown, who's nearly trying to get the puck right now. Back comes Lake Superior State. Here comes Kennedy Johnson. 1-on-3 right now. Puck deflected away. Players sprawling. Coons gets control of it. Now it goes towards DeLiz. DeLiz controlling right now. And out towards Laybolt. 2-on-3 for the Sun Devils. Brown out towards her right. Laybolt trying to take it herself. Trying to swim her way through. Goes down in the circle. No penalty call. And here comes Lake Superior State trying to do the same. It's Tessa Deal going down the left side. Coons will get control. Circling this out towards the right. Trying to evade some of the Lakers. They get it back, though, for a second before Evelyn Olsen will pick it off. Darcy Cook has been in the penalty box a lot today. Send in, cleared away by ASU. 9:18 remaining in the second period. Lakers 2, Sun Devils 1. Cook again, double teamed out towards the Lakers again. Picked up by Kelsey Olsen. Olsen gives it back in for Lake Superior, offside called, and that'll turn it over to you, Lachlan.
Thank you very much. Entertaining game to this point. Back and forth certainly between Lake Superior State and Arizona State. Face-off in front of the Laker bench. Scramble draw. Sears helps out, wins it for ASU. Zane had trouble with it. Here's Jarvis down below her goal line. She's got to be careful. Chance out front, deflected on goal. Eatinger holds on, covers up for the face-off. Dangerous chance there from a turnover.
Yeah, another chance there, and that's what Lake Superior's done well today. They're taking advantage of how ASU's defense is setting up, and they're taking advantage of those shots on net. They've done a really good job today, even though they've been outshot basically 22-11. They've been holding that advantage because of that.
Arizona State, in the 2 games that they played against the University of Arizona, heavily outshot the Wildcats, over 40 shots in each of those 2 games. Well on their way here with 22 and counting. Burlmeyer goes down in the corner. Lake Superior State has it. Now fired towards the goal off the stick of Gibbs. Now down low, it's Lamb. Trying to get it out in front. Fights off a check of Burlmeyer. Cycles it down low for Gibbs. Streak is there. Now Ring far side, off glass, only as far as the defenseman for Lake Superior State. Ring gets it back, chips it up, and will try and skate onto this puck. McKenna Olsen is there, but banks it as far as Burlmeyer. She couldn't hold the line. That line will go for a change entirely. On comes the top line with Sam Murphy, who's out there. Get the puck for the Sun Devils before dropping it back to Kuntz. Kuntz back for Murphy. 3-on-2 developing for the Sun Devils. Here's Sam Murphy. Fires, deflected wide, or deflected in front in the slot. Kylie Brown picks it up, down low for Murphy. Murphy around the goal, cycles it out in front, gets it back, fires. Great blocker save made by Kachuk. Coons, left point, has time, walks into it, fires, save is made, rebound, dribbles just wide of Kachuk. Mad scramble around the goal of the Lakers. They're not out of the woods yet. Here's Kylie Brown. Back to Kuntz. Across for DeLise. DeLise fires, hits the skate right to Brown. Great right toe save. Oh my goodness. And another puck hit the stick off the or another puck hit the post off the stick of Brown. Now Kylie Brown fires once again. Asia Kachuk, take a bow. Kylie Brown gave her a fist bump on the way. That's how outlandish those saves were. Are you kidding me?
It's just shot after shot after shot for Arizona State, but Kachuk standing on her head, basically, just finding the right seams overall. It seems like she knows where this puck is going to go, and that's just a great play. You know, we talk about this Lake Superior State side, 4 goaltenders. They're in a decent rotation, but Kachuk is one of those leaders on this side, and that too, a senior leading from the back. She sees the rink really well, and it's showing.
Now look how Brazeau had a chance, but Eatinger had to come out of her goal crease to get that. Now here's Kate Streak. Pressured by Brazeau. Passive forecheck in the neutral zone. Sun Devils will try and attack with speed. Here's Paige Ring across her blue line. Ring. Hounded there by Tonello. Great defense. Boyd goes in as well, but the Sun Devils are away with it. Here's Streak, top of the point. Fires towards the goal. Stick save made by Kachuk. Sears possesses it. Now down low for Paige Bryant. Bryant back to the near point. Kylie Label touches. Her helmet is unbuckled. Not really sure what's going to happen here. They're going to say maybe too many. They motioned for too many men, but I think there was only 4 Sun Devils on the ice there. Very confusing set of circumstances.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like from my angle, too. It seemed like the Sun Devils had enough people out there, and Labeled, even though she had just checked in, was, you know, she was out there. Now Labeled will head back to the bench, and now the Sun Devils will be on the power play once again.
Draper gets the puck, but can only get it as far as Calder, who banks it off the boards, off the stick of Draper, squirts into her own end. She's got Courtney McCoy on her initially, but the Sun Devils are able to skate away. Now here's Kylie Brown over the blue line. Brown going wide, looking for an angle. Circles it, now passes it to Ring. Now cross ice, Burlmeyer fires, great save, Kachuk. Rebound pops over the stick of Burlmeyer. Another gorgeous chance here on the power play. 40 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Ring, cross ice, good stick. Brown unable to keep it, and Draper can't keep the puck in the zone. Much needed clear for Lake Superior State. But again, they're not out of the woods yet, not able to change here in the second period. This puck is staying in neutral ice. Draper across for Murphy in the neutral zone. In the middle for Burlmeyer. Drops for Brown, she's got space. Brown on her forehand, fires one. Kachuk bobbled it in her chest, but is able to cover it up. No Sun Devil could get to that puck, as they still trail by 1. 12 seconds remaining on the power play.
Yeah, that's the one thing about Kachuk, too. She's made multiple saves, but so many second chances for the Sun Devils, and really nobody there to get a chance on it. Would have been the breakthrough Lindsay Ellis would have wanted.
Devaney against Tonello in the dot. Tonello wins it back clean, off glass and almost out, off the stick of Calder. Streak able to keep it in. She's walking the line on her forehand. Good keep by the native of Kamloops, British Columbia. Calder pinned against the wall by Label. Calder escapes, but just elects to pin it back below her feet, and the Sun Devils strip it away with Paige Bryant. Bryant, here's Devaney, down Main Street. Devaney fires just wide of the goal. Streak unable to keep it in. Good job by Sophie Gibbs. She's the only one forechecking the neutral zone. Here's Devaney. Up the wall for Bryan. Bryan chips it for Sears. Potential 2-on-2 rush. Sears tried to pass behind her back. Boy, that would have been pretty. Gets it back. Sophie Sears trying to work this puck in front. Nobody home. Ruby DeLise was the only defenseman activating. She's since backed off. Puck banked all the way down. Devaney gives chase. No ice is called. Though Devaney did her best to try and maybe milk an icing call out of that one. Nothing doing. Sears up the middle. That's picked off. And dumped right back in by Precious. DeLise. Good poke up the wall. Now Evelyn Olsen trying to get it out on the half wall near the blue line. Good job by the Lakers to keep it in. Brazeau. Down low for Vance. In that far corner, Devaney on her. That's a long shift for Cam Devaney out there. Now puck pops towards Eatinger. Looks like she popped the stick of a Lake Superior player to the back of the top of the point. Precious blocked in front. Good job by Evelyn Olsen. Now a clear off the skate of Precious, no icing here, and a much needed change for the Sun Devils. Liv Leavelle going to be first to this puck in the near corner. Olsen in front off the goal stick and cleared out by Josephine Vance. Hannah Coons to get it for ASU. Coons makes one move and has all day up the middle. Coons in the slot, fires. Right pad save made by Kachuk. Down low, Precious. This is becoming a long shift for her. Vance trying to get it out and finally does. Here's McCoy, 2-on-2. McCoy fires and right into the breadbasket of Quinn Eatinger. That'll stop play. Face off coming to Eatinger's right.
And it's a much needed stop too for Arizona State, Lachlan, because the Sun Devils now are more in defense. Lake Superior State has this confidence up by a goal. They want to look for some sort of insurance, and for the Sun Devils, you have to make sure you don't get any mistakes in this part of the period and this part of the game.
Jarvis, D to Zane. Good forechecking pressure by the Lakers. Puck pops to Eatinger. She covers in time. Boy, Lake Superior State, they're giving ASU a little taste of their own medicine on the forecheck.
Yeah, I think Lake Superior State is doing what the Sun Devils did best early on, which was just try to crash towards the boards, and now Eatinger's the one that has to make saves early on. So feels like the tables have turned for a little bit, and that's why if you're Lindsay Ellis, you have to force the pressure and you have to understand the importance of windows.
Puck cleared out. It's Caradice sent to the ice. Fortunately, there was really no better way to say that. Too many ICE words all in one. Now here's Jarvis, throws one towards the net in front. Murphy looking for a tip that popped over her stick. Murphy works it back to the near point for Mia Jarvis. Has time, elects to go down low for Murphy. That popped over her stick once again. It was a rolling puck. Label trying to win the battle 1-on-2, and she'll come away with that puck. On her backhand, just circles it down below the goal line for Murphy. Murphy turning and trying to spin one in front. Couldn't get it to Kylie Brown. Now here's Boyko. Boyko going wide on Jarvis. Excuse me, that's Gibbs. Gibbs shovels it now for Armitage. Armitage on her backhand. Shovels it to almost no one there, trying to find somebody. Now Armitage out in front, backhand, blocked it by Georgia DeZane. Boyko banks it in. Sun Devils trying to retrieve it in their own end. Arm goes sky high in the air. This is going to be against Arizona State. Kylie Label is going to go to the penalty box here with 1:35 remaining in period number 2. We'll get the official call here from the referee. Two minutes for a hold by the looks of it. A golden opportunity for the Lakers.
Yeah, and it just feels like momentum is building right now for Matt Parker's side, and this is what they need to do. You want a statement win to start off 2026 on the road, your biggest road trip of the season. This is how you do it.
Right away, Lake Superior State has possession. Brazeau towards the middle. Couldn't get a stick on it, was Gibbs. Now down below, Tonello. Now for Vance. Walks the line. Tonello tried to go across. Good stick by Cam Devaney. Now here's Paige Bryan one-on-one with Vance. Bryan goes wide and just kills time in the corner. Has a couple Lakers on her, but she almost gets away with the puck. Tonello's on her now. A pair of 22s going at it. Tonello gets the better of Paige Bryan, now up by Sears Brazeau. Brazeau, toe drag, backhander, just wide of the goal. Coons slaps this to the line, but not out. Tonello keeps it in. Now across for Brazeau. Good stick by Burlmeyer. Gibbs for Brazeau. Brazeau looking cross ice. Tonello on her forehand, tries to sweep it in front. Nobody home for the Lakers. Brazeau once more for Vance. Vance fires it high. Devaney just gloves it down. Boy, that had to hurt. She paid the price on that play. Takes her glove off. She's shaking her hand. Good clear for the Sun Devils. 20 seconds remaining here in period number 2. Boyko. Got stick checked by Draper. Streak stops up. Boyko's on her right away. D for Streak. Now Murphy supports. Couldn't get the puck out, however. Streak in the corner trying to get it out, and it hops over the stick of Vance. And that'll just about do it here for period number 2. Lake Superior State with the only goal of the period. They're up 2-1 after 40 minutes of play. So we'll send it down quickly here to Tyler Wargo. Tyler, what do you got for us? And it appears we might be having some technical difficulties with Tyler down there ringside. Got to get that sorted out. We'll hear from him eventually as he will be interviewing a Sun Devil here at the intermission. 2-1 in favor of Lake Superior State, and Mahir, a statement period for the Lakers.
Yeah, it most certainly is, Lachlan. And you think about how the Lakers were just bombarded, especially in the forecheck by ASU, facing 15 shots in that first period. They get a little bit of momentum late, too, and I feel like that goal in terms of Lake Superior's play from Lindsey Tonello going up in a one-on-one chance against Queen Inter really exposed the Sun Devils' defense, but more importantly, helped the Sun Devils, or rather the Lakers, have more of a chance to get a little bit forward, and that's the confidence they need. It feels like they're the better team right now on paper, but then also from what we're seeing on the ice.
So that's how it stands after 40 minutes here at Mullet Arena. A statement period for Lake Superior State. Arizona State and Lindsay Ellis have their work cut out for them. We'll take a quick break. We'll hear from Tyler as well as Mahir and myself on the intermission. We'll be right back here on Inferno TV.
Here at Mullet Arena, where Arizona State currently trails Lake Superior State 2-1 on this Friday afternoon, the start of a 3-game series here in Tempe. Here's Austin Lachlan McTagg back with you from the booth, and it's overall for Arizona State, it's been something interesting. They've looked like the better team at times, but they haven't found the chances, kind of prove themselves, you know, kind of in that area for the second period.
Yeah, the pressure was there, and who we're about to interview shortly here, had a ton of chances on goal, but Tkachuk was just up to the test. Asia Tkachuk, that is, in every regard. I mean, she made some unbelievable saves in that period, even getting a couple fist bumps from the Sun Devils in the process, showing respect to the game that she's playing right now. Unbelievable. 33
saves so far for Tkachuk, but Arizona State getting a lot of chances on net, including from Kylie Brown. She's standing with Tyler Wargo right now. Tyler, what do you have for us?
Hello, everybody. I'm here with Kylie Brown. Kylie Brown, your guys are down by 1. You guys have to make a quick transition for the next period. You had a lot of shots, confidence out there. How are you going to keep that confidence going up against this in the next period?
The team built us up on the back.
Oh, you guys got
in the back of the net in the first couple minutes, we're going to be solid.
And you know, we spoke to Paige Bryan, and she talked about how it was a little bit of an adjustment coming from break back onto the ice. How was the adjustment like for you from break now back at Mullet?
It's a little different. You know, practices are one thing. Once you get to a game, you got to remember go around somebody, but I think we're starting to get it back, and this is going to be our period.
And what's the motivation that you're having going up against this year? Not just with this game, but with the whole year in front of you and the season continuing. What's the mindset looking like?
The mindset is we are ranked 8 right now, and we got to stay there and only go up from there.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kylie.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys.
All right, thanks, Tyler. Kylie talked about mindset, and that's something for Arizona State starting off this homestand, and it's really big because Lindsay Ellis talked about it. This is the sort of stretch where Arizona State gets right for nationals. It starts today. How do they change, maybe get an equalizer, and get the winner in the third?
I mean, they've had their chances. They can't get in their own head. And this is a game where, as the clock ticks down, you know, you get halfway through the period, and if you're still down by a goal, you start to grip your stick a little tighter. And for the Sun Devils, they can't do that because they have an incredibly skilled team, a team that could have 5 or 6 goals in this game alone. Could be vastly different depending on the bounce of the puck, but that's not where they are. So you can't grip your stick too tight. You got to trust that you're going to keep creating chances offensively and eventually hope for one to come. And if one doesn't come, then all that means is that Asia Tkachuk is simply standing on her head. And if you get goalied, you get goalied. You just tip your cap and you got to move on. the best part is this isn't the only time they're going to be playing Lake Superior State. They're going to be getting really familiar with each other this weekend, this being the first of 3 games as well. But just trust yourself, trust your systems, trust each other is the biggest thing, and don't grip that stick too tight, and the Sun Devils should just be A-okay in this third period.
The only 3-game series of the season for the Sun Devils this regular season, right here in Tempe against Lake Superior State, trailing the Lakers 2-1 as we head into the final 20 minutes. Me, Kirsten Hassan, Lachlan Matag here on Inferno TV as we take a quick break. When we come back, we start off the final period.
Welcome back to Mullet Arena. We're moments away here from the third period commencing at Mullet Arena. He's me, Kirsten Hassan. I'm Lachlan McTagg. 2-1 in favor of the Lake Superior State Lakers over the number 8 Arizona State Sun Devils. Pretty surprising period. The lone goal of the period going to the Lakers, Lindsay Tonello with a backhand beauty. That was a very, very nice goal to get the Lakers out in front.
And if there's one person you have to focus on for the Lakers, it's Lindsay Tonello with 12 goals, 8 assists going into this game, one of the best forwards in the CCWHA. And she showed that off too, feeding in from Paige Lamb and then getting that chance right in front of net. And when you have that sort of skill, when you have that sort of tenacity, you're going to get the shot. Credit to Quinninger for making that stop, but overall worked out well for the Lakers.
And Mahir, you and I talked at intermission about, what Arizona State has to do coming out here. Lake Superior State is in as ideal of a spot as they could probably picture themselves at this point in time. So what do you think the message was for them in that intermission?
I think keep on going forward too, because we saw that over the past 5 to 10 minutes where this team really started gaining some sort of confidence on the offensive side. They had a little bit of some power plays. We're going to see that out of break two with Kylie Leibold in the box. They're starting to get a little bit of momentum in this one. They're not just firing and just facing Arizona State right now. They're trying to get some sort of confidence, and this is something they can take in to Saturday and Sunday, regardless of what happens tonight. They want to try to get some wins, get back into the top 15. That's how you do it.
And they both obviously have similar records. It's just the difference for ASU is just their strength of schedule in that first half, plain and simple. And they start here on the man advantage as well. And they were creating a lot of great chances off of it in the first 2 periods, but fresh ice doesn't always bode well for a man advantage.
Yeah, and always sometimes isn't that good too. Now you have that sort of reset moment. You have 25 seconds where it can work well in your favor. And I think for Arizona State, knowing that the message is clear from Lindsay Ellis, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more selective on their shots. They can go forward and try to get an equalizer because this game is still in sort of reach. We know how this game has kind of swung from team to team overall. Let's see what happens.
Puck is about to drop here for period number 3. Sun Devils on the man advantage. Lakers win the opening faceoff here in the final frame in Tempe. Now Tonello, most recent goal scorer, as the puck in across the line. Now Tonello, again being harassed by Brian back up top. Now here's Brazeau, winds, fires, puts one towards the goal. It's blocked in front by Devaney. And that'll be the end of the Arizona State power play, or penalty kill, I should say, is here's Kylie Leibold to the middle. 2-on-1 with Brian. Leibold fires, and a great block by Brazeau. Saved a golden opportunity there. Now here come the Lakers the other way. Brazeau trying to go coast to coast, and a great shot from Lamb. Quinn Eatinger flashing the leather there. Boy, end-to-end action to start period number 3.
Yeah, it certainly is. And Kylie Leibold out of the box, saw where the puck was, and just couldn't get the right finish overall. Credit to Brazeau, and what was a one-on-one chance overall. Those are the types of instances where the Sun Devils can be a little bit more clinical for this game and then going into the rest of the weekend.
Looks like Leibold was a bit indecisive on that 2-on-1, and Brazeau to block that shot. McCoy and Murphy in the dot. Murphy wins it back cleanly. Streak around to Draper. Draper in the middle for Murphy. 3-on-2 breaking here. Gorgeous breakout from the Sun Devils. Kylie Brown, 3-on-1 up the right side. Brown, great glove save by Tkachuk. Boy, Kylie Brown can't buy one right now.
Man, it's really close too. And she had a chance to send it down towards Leibold and even out towards the left side, but it was just a really tight angle. You send that towards the middle, Tkachuk's going to find it. That's how she's playing right now. It feels like she knows everything going on in the crease.
Now McCoy gets the better of Murphy in the dot this time around. As the Lakers break up ice, potentially 3-on-2. Back check by Leibold, but good move in the middle by Bima. Lost it off her stick, though, as here's Brown at the red line. just banks it in on goal. Tkachuk off her stick. Oh, that took a hot bounce off her goal stick. Sam Murphy was right there. No harm done. Here's Kylie Brown, deep slot. Now working right side, will fire one towards the goal. A great block in front by Darcy Cook. Now right point, Draper. Murphy going for a change. Almost took her own defenseman out in the process. Label makes a nice move across the pitchfork. Has all day down Main Street. Label, it dribbles in! Kylie Label! We're tied. They don't ask how, they ask how many.
Man, what a chance for Label, and what a finish too. And I've been saying before, Tkachuk has made save after save, but so many of those pucks have spiraled in some sort of direction. For the most part, she's had control, except in this instance. It's just an unfortunate turn, and Leibold, that's the reason why you put a lot of power on that puck. Just like that, the Sun Devils are back with the momentum.
Her third of the season. Definitely not how she drew it up by any means, but ASU will take it as Paige Ring flips it in the middle. Now Precious up the wall. Now red line for Erickson. Couldn't get the line and in. Lakers go offside. Erickson touches up. Face-off comes outside the Sun Devil end. Boy, Tkachuk has made some miraculous saves, and that's just a backbreaker for this Lake Superior team as it hit her stick, went off the inside of her arm, and dribbled past her.
Yeah, it's just not what you want if you're Matt Parker in this sort of game where it's close. You want to set the tone for the year. You want to set the tone for perhaps your biggest series of the season, at least knowing that this is an out-of-conference. You're facing an independent. You can take this and take it back to Michigan and face a lot of opponents there. And for Arizona on the other side, you're basically staying in your home state for the rest of the season. So this would be a big comeback.
Shot wide by Jarvis. Lake Superior State had a chance to get some speed on the breakout, but a good defensive play by Jarvis. Burlmeyer's line goes for a change as the Lakers look to break out here. Now Brazeau on the feed from Vance. Now wide for Johnson. Kennedy Johnson fires in a great shoulder save by Quinn Eatinger. Lakers respond right away with a great A of their own. Boyko. That puck ate up Caradice. Johnson smacks it in. Now Kuntz. Rolling puck, couldn't settle it down. Now looking to make a breakout play. Couldn't get it up the wall. Deal sealed it. Now in the middle. Boyko tipped in front. They score. It's Chloe Bima. 3-2 Lakers.
This has been the game for second chance opportunities. And after getting punched in the mouth, Lake Superior just responds well. Chloe Bima just finds the puck in the crease, and simple as it comes sometimes. And it's been tough for both sides, Lachlan, when it comes to those rebounds, but Bima was at the right place at the right time.
May have gone off a Sun Devil in front as well. Eatinger looks stunned in the process, but 16 minutes and counting here. Lake Superior State has regained their 3-2 lead. And this puck is worked wide to Kelsey Olsen up the middle. One Laker falls. Olsen in all alone, just wide. Arm is in the air. Delayed penalty coming up here to the Lakers. Coons works it across. DeLees fires towards the goal. It's tipped in front. And Kelsey Olsen is down in the corner over there. She took a hard collision into that end boards. Certainly shaken up on that play. She's going full speed ahead.
Yeah, that was a good challenge too. 1-on-3. You can tell that this is a serious injury. Lake Superior State players getting down on one knee. That was a good effort though by Olsen. Just worked through the defense and just couldn't get the right angle.
ASU trainer over there. well as Captain Sam Murphy, Assistant Captain Hannah Coons, trying to aid the injured Kelsey Olson on the ice. Both teams, always a scary sight in the sport of hockey, Mahir. The game is so fast, you can lose your edge at any moment, and those boards are not friendly at times.
Yeah, and it definitely seemed like that in that instance too, and you have to credit Olsen for walking this off too. It's tough to recollect yourself after a challenge like that overall. We hope that she's okay.
When play resumes here, the Sun Devils are going to be going back on the power play, but priority number one for everyone is just making sure Kelsey Olson can get off the ice and to the dressing room okay, and going down the tunnel where the Arizona State men's team plays. That's where their dressing room is back there. So you'd hope for the Sun Devils that means that she's planning on returning to this game at some point in some capacity.
I mean, there's a lot of hockey to be played in this one. There's a lot of hockey to be played this weekend too, and it seems like she might be able to return. Let's see, she's got her helmet off right now, so at least get a little check and then we'll see if she returns late. But overall, this is a Sun Devil side that, you know, had that equalizer, but now they got to get it back.
Draper to Ring. Great opportunity on the power play. Tip towards goal, just wide by Berlmeyer. Murphy, below the goal line, working it to the half wall. Back up top for Draper. Draper, right side for Brown. Down low for Murphy. Just escaped her stick. Now Boyko, pressured by Berlmeyer. Sun Devils able to keep the puck in for now. Here's Ring. Sharp angle shot, looking high glove, missed just wide of the goal. Brown skates towards the middle. Her and Draper switch. Brown will take this herself. She's on her one-timer side now. Draper in the middle. Berlmeyer towards the goal. Save made. Rebound. Another great save with the left pad on Paige Ring. Tkachuk standing tall. She does the splits. Puck is loose. Whistle goes. Oh, boy. Great chances for the Sun Devils.
Just amazing chances overall, and Sam Murphy is surprised that she didn't get a stick to that, and that didn't go in because Tkachuk basically had pipe-to-pipe covered. Just insane.
I feel my groin tearing just thinking about it. Oh, my goodness. Post to post from Asia Tkachuk. Keeps it a one-goal game. Now Streak towards the middle. Bryan trying to keep it in. Now Streak does. Now here's Label. Label had the second goal for ASU. Back up top for Streak. She's got all day. Fires. It's tipped in front. It's loose in the crease and cleared just below the goal line. Now Vance gets this up the wall. Streak on her backhand. Tries to keep it in. Finally does, but she misfired on that pass. It comes outside the zone, but the speedy Kylie Label able to get back in time for ASU. 30 seconds remaining on the power play. 14 minutes remaining in period number 3 with the Sun Devils down 1. Now here's Evelyn Olson. Olson back for Streak. Sun Devils set it up. Here's Label. Label winds, fires from the top. Great block in front by McKenna Olson. Cleared into the bench. I believe the faceoff will come back inside the Laker end here with 11 seconds remaining on the power play.
And nearly a chance again for Arizona State, but man, it feels like whatever happened, Sam Murphy, Kylie Label, Kylie Brown, all of those players are going to look at whatever happened in this one and think, man, we should have had a lot more chances. I mean, this easily could be maybe a 5-6-2 game in favor of ASU.
Massive credit, of course, to the aforementioned Asia Tkachuk. There's a lot of Albertans on the ASU team, and Kachuk from Sherwood Park herself. So here's Ring, tipped just wide by Burlmeyer in front of the net. Taylor Burlmeyer gets it back, fires on goal, somehow got through. Great save by Kachuk. Able to shoulder that one off, and Lakers back at full strength here, 3-on-1. Devaney coming back, making it a 3-on-2. Now here's Precious, gloved away by Eatinger. Now Ring in the corner. Tries to shovel it up in front, just missed the stick of Sophie Gibbs. Now here's the Sun Devil captain, grad student Sam Murphy for Paige Ring. Murphy tries to get the puck in the neutral zone, but Burlmeyer does. Now potential 3-on-2 in front. Murphy, back door. Oh, just tipped wide by Kylie Brown. Had her and Burlmeyer streaking towards the net. Coons surveys around the goal. Coons wrap around through the crease. Back door, Burlmeyer. It's blocked in front. Kachuk doesn't have her goal stick. She's asking one of her defensemen for a stick. No one's given it to her yet. The Sun Devils still have this puck inside the Laker end. Now Calder, who's stickless, trying to retrieve. First man back for the Lakers. Coons keeps this puck in. Shovels it towards the middle. Gibbs, stick checked momentarily by Label. Now Lamb trying to get it out. She can't. Tonello finally gets this puck out. There's a couple tired Lakers on this ice surface here. As here's Ruby DeLees. DeLees, blocker save made by Kachuk. Cycled back the other way. Coons on the half wall. Shovels it. Now they're trying to get the goal stick, and I believe that this is going to be a penalty here.
Yeah, it certainly seemed like it. Both teams are just flying towards the puck.
Or is it? I will say, I have never seen this. In all of my time, I have never seen a defenseman get called for a penalty because they were playing the puck with a goalie stick and a player stick. I'm not quite sure what this penalty call will be, but I played hockey for almost 15 years competitively. I've been calling hockey ever since. This is the first time I've ever seen this set of circumstance unfold. I'll be fascinated to see what the call is on the PA. In the meantime, I believe there's a timeout by Arizona State. And during this timeout, we'll send it down rinkside to Tyler Wargo.
Guys, it seems like every single time the Sun Devils score, it seems like the Lakers just respond back. However, Kylie Label, we got her third goal of the season, and she keeps on continuing to shine on the ice. But the question for the Sun Devils not for these power play opportunities, as it's currently right now on number 7 for the Lakers. So, how this game's going to unfold, but right now the Sun Devils have some catching up to do as they're down by 1. Guys?
Thanks for that, Tyler. Appreciate the updates as always. Tyler Wargo rinkside this afternoon for us here on Inferno TV. He's me, Harrison Hassan. I'm Lachlan McTagg. 12:13 remaining in period number 3. Man advantage for the Sun Devils here. Label, top of the point, Draper. Has time, fires, and it's just wide of the goal. Took a deflection on the way in. Murphy collects on her forehand now. Tries to wrap it around. Burlmeyer in the crease. Backdoor, Brown one-timer. That was blocked in front by Boyko. Now Boyko and Brown tied up. And Kylie Brown is going to get a penalty. So we're going to go 4-on-4 for a minute 42. That wipes out the Sun Devil man advantage as well.
Yeah, rough advantage there. And Brown had a good stronghold, but can't be fighting like that. She's going to slam the door in frustration, too. You got to control your emotions here. 11:55 remaining. That equalizer is just so close for you.
Kylie Brown, been known to play with an edge to her game for sure, especially this season. Been known to dust it up from time to time and wears her heart on her sleeve for the Sun Devils. In the meantime, here's a chip by defenseman for the Lakers. Sam Murphy tries to get this in again. We're 4-on-4 here for the bulk of this time. So the Lakers are only going to have about a 18-second man advantage by the end of this thing here, if my math's correct.
No, I think your math's correct.
Wow, it's a rare sight. Not very often does that happen. Coming up the ice, 4-on-3. Here's Label. Right side. Cutting in on her backhand, shielding the puck. Stops up. Gives it for Devaney. She's got tons of space. Devaney walks on her forehand. Kind of indecisive there. Cross ice now. Label. The pass was blocked by Precious. Now Johnson and Precious. Battling 2-on-2. Spirited battle there below the goal line. Beneath the net of Aisha Kachuk. Now Draper comes in to help out. Tonelli is able to get it away to Sarah Lamb. Now foot race on the way. Lamb just fires this wide of the goal. Draper chips it past McCoy. Paige Bryan goes cross ice for Devaney. Comes over the pitchfork. 2-on-4 now with Evelyn Olsen. Devaney goes wide. Chips it to herself off the wall. Devaney got all kinds of time. She can walk in, fires this. Now Olsen, oh, it just was in her feet. She couldn't find it. No one around her. Now Bryan. Great shoulder save. Looking upstairs there on Kachuk. Now 10 seconds of power play time here. Tonello fires just high of the goal. Now streak for Bryan. And that'll do it. Kylie Brown out of the box. We return to 5-on-5 play. Now battle below the goal line once again. Here's Murphy trying to dig that puck free. Still moving. Murphy has it. Good stick initially by Cook. Murphy regains possession. Cycles it down low for Streak, who activates in the near corner. That puck went just by her. Now Murphy can't keep that. She turns up ice right away and fires that off the glass, but it went off the curved glass by the Laker net, so puck will come outside of that Lake Superior State defensive zone. Just under 10 minutes remaining here in period number 3.
You know, Arizona State has just been battering down on Asia Kachuk today, up to 46 shots so far. And even though it does seem like ASU does have that offensive edge, other times it doesn't too. And that's the type of things that, you know, ASU has to be a little bit more clinical. First game back in 2026, starting to shake off the cobwebs. And I think offensively they've done well. Defensively, there's still a lot of creases.
Sun Devils so far here this afternoon, 47 shots on goal. Unbelievable. Whistle goes, and I believe a penalty is coming up here to Lake Superior State. So we talked about this. They needed to have mistake-free hockey in order to get their way through this third period. Made a couple mistakes here, going to the box a couple times. They got bailed out by Kylie Brown, but now the Sun Devils can really take advantage here with 9:02 remaining.
Yeah, and you got Jersey Calder, someone who is known for picking up penalty minutes for Lake Superior State this season, and you got a defenseman going back there. So ASU bringing out all these offensive weapons, you know, they can really try to set up something good here.
Now Johnson off the boards. Draper able to hold the line. Great keep by Mara Draper. Brown shielding the puck. Has space. Brown fires towards the goal. It's blocked in front. It's McKenna Olsen with the block, or excuse me, Kennedy Johnson. Now Draper looking for Brown. Brown is just going to fire this towards the goal. Boy, Kylie Brown's got a heavy shot. It seems like somebody's going down every time they block it. Just over 30 seconds have elapsed here on the man advantage for the Sun Devils. Now Label couldn't corral that on her backhand. Cleared the length of the ice there by Brooke Brazeau. Brown behind her net. Up the ice, so now Brazeau takes advantage. Shot, sticked away and gloved by Eatinger. Brown sends Sarah Gibbs to the ice, and I believe Brown's going to go to the penalty box. So for a second straight power play, Kylie Brown takes a penalty. We're going to be 4-on-4. The Lakers are going to have almost a minute of power play time at the end of this.
Yeah, and it's just another instance where ASU has that sort of opportunity, and they just can't sustain it overall. It just feels like these sorts of emotions, you know, this fighting back and forth has just led to what has been, you know, an offensive yet jarring third period at times for Arizona State. And then Quinninger again in net, just trying to see this one through.
Face-off one to Streak. Plenty of room out there, 4-on-4. Berlmeyer turned the wrong way, couldn't corral that on the wall. Murphy trying to win the race. She turns back against Brazeau. Brazeau trying to make her presence felt. Now Burlmeyer couldn't get that. Here's Gibbs. Back to the top of the point for Olsen. Had that stolen away. Now Label. Cuts towards the middle. Label takes this wide over the blue line. Fakes the drop pass. Has time in the middle. Burlmeyer couldn't tap that one towards the goal. Label now 3-on-4. Devaney's the new Sun Devil coming onto the ice. Puck goes back to her. She couldn't corral it on her stick cleanly. She's got it now back to Streak. Now Devaney. Nice seam pass for Label. Label fires. Great block. That was Precious once again. She's come up with a number of blocks in front of her goaltender. So the 4-on-4 time coming to a close here. 54 seconds and counting of power play time for Lake Superior State. Chance to go up 2 on the number 8 team in the country in ASU. Now Brazeau banks it near side. Deal couldn't corral that, so it's back in the neutral zone. Josephine Vance with it for the Lakers. Now to Deal. Paige Bryan all over her, though, as she got that puck. Lamb trying to take it across the blue line and gets it. Lamb chips it below the goal line and will chase Devaney there to try and negate that, and she does. Good stick play by Cam Devaney. Shovels it up the middle, almost intercepted, and it was momentarily. Possession changing hands a couple of times and barely coming out of the Sun Devil end. Paige Bryan a little shaken up on that play, lost her stick, and is going to stay out there. Now Draper banks it. Evelyn Olsen can't clear. Wound up in her equipment. And just like that, we're back to 5-on-5. So another Kylie Brown penalty killed off by Arizona State. Murphy goes down. Arm stays down as well. Lakers continuing to put on the pressure. Cross-check down in front now. A beautiful chance in front of the goal. Players flying all around. Sarah Lamb had a wide open shot. I don't think it would have counted as she touched up with a penalty call, but there's a Laker down in the Sun Devil goal crease. I believe that's Brooke Brazeau. So a pair of roughing penalties here. Looks like they're going to skate 4-on-4, however. 5:57 remaining. So offsetting roughing penalties. You would have thought maybe they'd be skating 5-on-5 in a situation like this. That's not the case.
Still, though, it allows both teams to open up the ice a little bit more. And for Arizona State, you're putting out some of your speedsters. Kate Streak, you got Kylie Leibold out there. You want people who can really push up the ice in these sorts of situations.
3 forwards and a defenseman here on a 4-on-4 opportunity. That's how much trust Lindsay Ellis has, and Murphy tries to get away, arm in the air. Chloe Boyko is likely going to get the gate here. So that'll be a tripping penalty now, 4-on-3. Boy, you want to talk about space on the ice. The Sun Devils are going to have a ton of it to operate here on the power play.
And you talk about both teams just going at it. I mean, it's just penalty after penalty after penalty right now in this third period. That's now the 5th from what we've seen over the past, less than 15 minutes or so. It's just back and forth action. And for Arizona State, you still don't have an equalizer. So you're still trying to push forward. And once again, this is your golden opportunity.
Murphy wins the faceoff clean. Here's Label. 4-on-3 chance here for the next minute 40. Devaney. Label. Looking cross ice. Kylie Brown loads up, fires, just missed the goal. Likely wouldn't have counted anyway as the net came off its moorings in Kachuk's crease. Bit of an odd play there, but regardless, the Sun Devils still have about 90 seconds remaining on a 4-on-3 chance here.
Yeah, it's still a good opportunity, and Kylie Brown is at the forefront of it, trying to get that shot. She's just been powering on that right side, and Kachuk's been ready glove side for the options.
Another great face-off win. Devaney not able to keep it in for ASU. Now sends it to Kylie Brown. She can't touch up because Murphy was still in the zone. They clear it down, but only as far as Sam Murphy as she winds it up here. Now Label. Precious time ticking off the clock here for the Sun Devils. 4-on-3 chance here. Label tries to work it backdoor for Brown. Too far for her. Now Kylie Brown has all day to operate. Brown fires it towards the net. Glove down and held by Kachuk.
Another decent option there for Brown, too, and just trying to get the deflection that she wanted and just wasn't there, too. Tkachuk continues to bat these pucks down for the most part, trying to see this one through.
Face off to the left of Tkachuk. Second unit on, similar to what we've seen in the 4-on-4 play. Olsen, Berlmeyer, Draper streak. Berlmeyer scramble draw, helped out by Draper. Sun Devils retain possession. Draper wraparound chance. Oh my goodness, Tkachuk didn't know where that was. Now look out, puck in the seats. Face-off remains inside. 50 seconds on the dot remaining here in this 4-on-3 chance.
Yeah, and the puck flew right towards Molly Miller, Arizona State's women's basketball coach. We were expecting her to be at today's game, and she gets a souvenir and decides to give it to the crowd.
Very selfless move from coach there. Evelyn Olsen fires towards the goal. Tkachuk saw it all day and holds on.
Something just tells me that Kylie Brown is going to decide the outcome of this game, Lachlan. It just seems like it. The way Arizona State has gone towards the glove side of Tkachuk on that right angle, and Brown, being versatile on both wings, has gotten the right options.
Tipped on goal by Draper, tries to follow it up on the rebound. Sharp save made by Tkachuk. Berlmeyer tries the high blocker side, missed just over the goal. Good job by Streak to keep this puck momentarily. Bank down low for Draper. Looks in the middle for Berlmeyer. Scramble. Draper has it at the dot. Fires just wide of the net. Streak can't hold that puck in. 5 seconds remaining now here on the power play until we go, I think, back to 5-on-5. Excuse me, another 10 seconds of power play time for ASU before Boyko exits the box. So Berlmeyer holding it in momentarily. Now back to the top for Streak. Have one more chance here as it comes to an end. Fired towards the goal. No Sun Devil can get a stick on that. Held by Asia Tkachuk.
And that's just a good play there by Lake Superior State. Seeing those last few minutes out and just making sure that Arizona State is setting up where they are. They're not closing in. Nobody really has a chance to close in. And those final passes have just been cut off overall by either Tkachuk or one of her defensemen.
Murphy and Brazeau will battle in the dot to the left of Tkachuk. 3-2 lead for the Lakers late in period number 3 here in Tempe. Ring down low for Murphy. Eatinger in the crease for now. As time ticks, we'll have to watch to see when she goes to the bench, maybe for an extra skater. But for now, the Sun Devils just have to retain possession. They haven't done so far. Right now for ASU, 5 forwards out there as Kylie Brown and Cam Devaney are the 2 players at the blue line. Brown has this, she rims this strong for Murphy, too strong. Puck rolls on edge. Calder gets it, Murphy all over her trying to stick check her. Murphy, no penalty called. Had to be careful with that one. Sun Devils can't afford a penalty this late in the game. Now Kuntz, good step through. Pass up the middle for Paige Bryan. Bryan works wide. Towards the middle, trying to find Berlmeyer, streaking back door as she could not. Puck in the middle. Good job by Lamb to corral it. DeLees. Back for Olsen. Olsen takes it herself, and she gains the red line now across the blue line. Chips the puck in, she'll win the race as well. Tries to shovel it out in front off the stick of Tkachuk and back below the goal line. Battle ensues on the half wall. Now Calder just elects to pin this, but pair of Sun Devils there. Circled out in front. Good defensive play by Sophie Gibbs, excuse me. Rink wide for Sarah Lamb. Gets one just wide of the goal of Eatinger. Gibbs, hounded by a pair of Sun Devils. She cycles this below the goal line. DeLees tries to poke this free. 3-on-1, now 3-on-2 battle. Sun Devils at their most desperate right now. Need a goal, just under 2 minutes remaining here in period number 3. Coons up the wall for DeZane. Can't get it out. Great pressure by Lake Superior State. This is exactly the shift they need. Can't let the Sun Devils get in their offensive zone. Now here's Label. Up the middle, intercepted. Costly turnover there. Here's McCoy. Label makes up for her mistake and gets it back. Here's Kylie Label for Sam Murphy up ahead. 2-on-1 building. Murphy fires. Great glove save by Aisha Kachuk.
Just another right place, right time too. And Sam Murphy going right towards that face-off circle, looking for that next opportunity. She's played more games than any other Sun Devil, trying to start off what is an important stretch for them. Nearly had the breakthrough.
Murphy wins another crucial face-off. Back to Streak. Over to Draper. She's got time. Fires. Great block by Brazo. Streak can't hold that puck in. Back to Draper in the neutral zone. Backpedaling and finds Kylie Brown. Brown rink wide, too strong for Label. Puck off the boards as Vance has it. Under a minute remaining here. Eatinger still in the goal. Deflected off the stick of Kylie Brown. Trying to hold possession. She cannot. Sun Devils get out and will recycle in neutral ice. Brown turns back and looking for some options here. Finds Streak, now up to Label. Label just backhands it in. It's as far as Johnson. Johnson around. Draper holds it at the far point. Now this is sent all the way down, and Eatinger elects to play it. Oh my, could potentially have been a big mistake there. That would have been an icing on the play. Brown chips it in the middle for Devaney. Devaney cuts to the middle. Got a pair of players on her. Tonello muscles her off the puck. Poke check. Sun Devils still somehow have it. Burlmeyer towards the net. Kachuk holds it. 4 seconds. 3. Coons has to get something to the net. She'll fire. Save is made, and they've done it. Lake Superior State takes down the Sun Devils.
It's just been a case of pure tenacity today. This Lake Superior State side going into unknown waters. First trip to Arizona, first trip to the Mountain Time Zone, and they come away with a huge victory overall. Bombarded from start to finish, and yet their defense was strong too. This is a small lineup, Lachlan. You've got 12 forwards, 6 defensemen, and 4 goaltenders. There's not too many scratches because it's a really small lineup. Everybody has to come to play, and that's what Matt Parker's side did today.
A statement victory. They moved to 9-6 on the season. Arizona State 7-6-1-1 now. Shots on goal in this game here, 53-24 in favor of Arizona State. 51 saves for Aisha Kachuk from Sherwood Park. Her statement victory of the season. Lake Superior State's statement victory of the season.
Yeah, by far. And Kachuk was at the right place at the right time for everything happening overall. She made a lot of second chance saves. That's where she got most of her impressiveness from and really showed what she can do in this sort of game, because Arizona State had so many chances on the power plays, and after allowing a power play goal, it definitely seemed like that overall.
And now we are in the broadcast booth. Take you inside here. Lachlan McTagme, Hirson Hosson, and Tyler Wargo. Good to see you again, the third member of our crew here, Tyler. And Sun Devils salute their fans for coming out here at Mullet Arena. There's 2 more games this weekend, but boy, that last 5 minutes, what did you see rinkside there?
Yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of action. There's a lot of checking that has been going on towards the very end of the game. We saw a lot of, talking about aggressiveness and how they had to show that out if they wanted to keep the game close, and they did that. They did that so well, but we got to give a lot of credit to the goalie Kachuk for the Lakers. She had a lot of saves early on in the game, and she carried that on over to the final minutes of the period. So we saw a lot from both sides.
You know, Tyler, when you take a look at this game overall, going into tomorrow, how can Arizona State change going in?
Well, I think gotta, kind of pounce on the penalties. We saw a lot of penalties that the Lakers had upon them. Those are the times that they can really, taking advantage of that and start to go for the goal as much as they can, go for more shot on goals. I think we should have saw a little bit more from Kylie Brown. We saw a lot from the first and second period. Didn't see too much from her in the third period, but I think chemistry is going to be what they're going to have to need to carry them through the rest of the weekend.
And as well, this is for both of you. This is a very high-paced game, a lot of emotions, especially in that third period. And, usually especially in a lot of college hockey, right, they're two-game series, but these teams see each other 2 more times this weekend. I mean, how does this set the table for Saturday and Sunday? Because this is shaping up to be a heck of a series here at Mullet Arena.
It certainly is, and I think from a mental state too, you realize that Arizona State was in such a good position multiple times to have a power play, sustained it overall until it was just a hooking play or tripping play because of that tenacity from Lake Superior State and just that fighting in between. Sometimes you don't see that between two teams that are playing each other for the first time, but from what we saw in the first 20 minutes, I think both teams wanted to come out chippy and both teams wanted to make a statement, and that continues into tomorrow.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You talked about the penalties, that being one of the game changers in this game. And, of course, we got to see a lot more of the chemistry that goes into this game. And, of course, we saw a lot from, Paige Bryan, how she had that goal in the first half. That set the tone to go into the later periods. But at the end of the day, they weren't consistent, and they're going to have to make up for that in the next upcoming games.
So the schedule going forward this weekend, Tyler, you and I will be on the call tomorrow afternoon, 2:30 puck drop. Mahir, you'll be back here with us Sunday. You'll be rinkside taking Tyler's spot. So you'll see the three of us plenty this weekend. Again, 2:30 puck drop tomorrow here on Inferno TV. These two teams, they'll do it again, and then they'll do it again on Sunday. It's going to be a heck of a weekend. Great start here on a Friday afternoon at Mullet Arena. That'll do it for our entire crew. Pierce Gordon, our director and producer, Tanner Buck, and Jack Footer on camera. Dimitri Kirluk was running the graphics here for us this afternoon. So great as director of operations of this club here at Inferno TV to have so many people helping out with this women's hockey broadcast. It's been a pleasure, gentlemen. Thank you so much, and have a safe rest of your evening. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon right back here at Mullet Arena for Game 2 of this series.